My name is Martin and I have been studying charisma and communication skills for 4 years straight. And I have figured out that introversion is a huge myth that people still believe in. Let me show you why. So the first thing that I have discovered is that when people were millions of years ago, do you think that we would be just staying there? Look at my board right here. Do you believe that if we as humans were sitting next to a campfire like this, do you think there would be this one guy who would be just, I would just want to read some books? No, that's weird. Or do you think he would be like, I need to take some time alone? No, bro, these guys would be next to the campfire, chatting, laughing, telling jokes, playing on instruments, and having fun. There would not exist a emotion like, I want to be alone. Don't get me wrong, being alone should be great. Compressing your emotions and feeling them by yourself, amazing thing. Thinking about things by yourself, amazing. But it should not be 80-20. It should not be that 80% of the times you are alone. What? That's so weird. It should be completely reversed. You should be 80% of the times with people, naturally with people, and then 20% of the times you should be with yourself. Yeah, that makes sense, but people now are like, I am introverted. And here is my second point. A lot of people say I'm introverted, but in fact, they just hide it. They hide their social anxiety behind this nice and amazing psychological label that I'm an introvert. That does not make you an introvert. It makes you socially anxious. So if you don't fix your social anxiety and start calling it, I'm actually a huge introvert, bro, you are limiting your potential and you are limiting your happiness in your life. And actually, let me give you some statistics so you will actually know what I'm talking about. Listen to this, there are 35% extroverts. I even wrote that incorrectly, wow. There are 35% extroverts for 65% introverts in the entire world. And now, imagine if we removed your phone. Imagine if we removed your computer. Do you think out of all of these 65 introverts, would there still be 65 introverts? Hell the fuck no. It would be maybe, this is extroversion and this is introversion, it would be maybe 70% extroverts and 30% introverts. And we all know this. We all know that this is the case. Because who in their right mind would stay behind their computer? And now, the most important point of all. When introverts come up to me, they all say with this huge face, like, whoa, bro, I want to be extroverted just like you, Martin. And here's the problem. They're all jealous of me. They're all jealous that I'm so extroverted that I can speak this way how I'm speaking. But I am never jealous of them. I'm never jealous of them. They're all saying, I want to be just like you. I want to be so extroverted so I can speak to people. But I don't think the same about them. Whenever they say, I like to be alone and read my books. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with reading books, right? But I like to be alone and not next to people. I'm thinking like, okay, you are weird. You are just weird. Go fuck yourself. That's what I'm thinking. Because that's weird, dude. That's weird. And now, my final point is, tell me, what do you think is more healthy for you? Staying home in front of your computer, let's say working, okay? You are working on something very productive. Super magnifico productive. Or you being with two of your best friends, laughing and having an amazing time. Naturally, just by the laws of human nature, you would feel 10 times more fulfilled here. 10 times. Here, you might be like, oh, 2 times fulfilled. Yeah, you are doing something productive. Wow. But here, you would feel like this is the best time of my life. And let's say these guys are not crabs. Like, they are not crabs. They are not toxic. They are not whatsoever. They are like kind, Christian, powerful, ambitious, courageous, whoever you want to think of, you will have these types of friends. If you would have friends that are amazing people, you would never pick to work ever again. If you didn't have to, of course. If these people were to ask you out, oh, let's go out, bro, let's have fun, you would every single time say yes. Because tell me, in which life are you gonna feel more fulfilled? In the life where you are a workaholic, staying home all day, working, or in life where you will have just two absolutely amazing friends? In this life, I can guarantee you, this is not an over-exaggeration, you are 10 times more happier. 10 times. And let me actually back this to you by a story that I've had. I was on a Christian camp. And can you guess what I was doing before this camp? Yes, I was going gym. I was working on my business. And I was reading books. Fuck! Reading. I was reading books. And don't get me wrong, all these things, when you are by yourself, are great. But when I went to this camp, I had none of these things. I was not reading, I was not going to the gym, and I was not working on my business for 1 week straight. The only thing that I was with were people. And people only. I was in that camp with like 50 amazing Christians. And I felt in that 1 week 10 times more fulfilled than doing all of these things combined. All of them. Nobody in my entire life will be able to destroy my opinion that social interaction is single-handedly the most powerful skill to happiness ever existed in this entire world. That's how powerful social skills and charisma and being social really is. Because I have been doing all of this consistently. I am going 5 times into the gym per week. And it never even came close to this. To just being able to be there with people that I loved and who loved me. So the next time that you will want to be here and working on your computer like a workaholic, remember, people are 10 times going to make you happy. And finally, my final point is, there was a study that said, listen up closely, people who live the longest are not the ones that don't smoke, are not the ones that don't drink alcohol, they are not even the ones who sleep the best. They are the people who have the best social connections and the best friendships. And let that sink in. Let this one moment just sit. A grandma, old grandma. Oh, yeah, that actually looks like a grandma. An old grandma. There was literally, like, these are wrinkles, okay? She's not crying. These are wrinkles, like she's old. This old grandma, a smoker, alcohol abuser, but she had a family. And she had amazing friends that were always next to her. Can you guess how long she lived? 95 years old. So if that does not open your eyes to how social connection is such an important factor in our lives, I don't know what ever will. I'm gonna end this on a shameless plug. If you want to learn how to become the most social person in every single room that you will ever enter, click the first link in the description and you can work with me completely for free on your social skills. Completely for free. So if you are interested in that, click the first link in the description and I will see you right there. Live a happy life.